Dear learners, I welcome you all to this module on evaluation process in distance education as part of the online course on Introduction to Distance and Digital Education. We have already got a fair idea about the concept of curriculum evaluation in distance education in the previous module. Let us in this module discuss evaluation process in distance education. So after going through this module, you will be able to analyze the need of curriculum evaluation, then illustrate the various aspects of curriculum evaluation in distance education. Then you will be able to identify the need for evaluation process. A proper education helps the future generation to take their due place in the society. With unsatisfactory and substandard educational goals, materials and methods of instruction, an educational institution is unable to produce knowledgeable, skillful and competent personnel who are necessary for social, cultural and scientific field. So, it is curriculum evaluation by which we can judge the efficiency of different programs or curriculum. After identifying the defects and deficiencies, new approaches, plans and actions can be undertaken to increase the efficiency or to decrease the defects and deficiencies. The need for curriculum evaluation may vary from institution to institution. It may depend on the nature and characteristics of the institutions. For example, the need for curriculum evaluation in primary or secondary school will be different from that of higher educational institution. It will be different for distance education system from the conventional education system. So let us discuss the need for curriculum evaluation in two different headings. One is common need for curriculum evaluation and the other one is need for curriculum evaluation in distance education. Let us first discuss the common need for curriculum evaluation. A good curriculum evaluation is a cooperative or joint mission from the planning stage to execution as well as implementation stage. Cronbach in 1963 had given three types of preferences for which evaluation is used. So they are, first one is course improvement, selecting suitable instructional material and methods and identifying necessary changes. Then decision about individuals, identifying the need of the students so that the student choose the curriculum and grouping acquainting the students with their own deficiencies. Then administrative regulations, judging the school system and individual teachers. Here we have listed some common needs for which evaluation is carried out within different educational institutions. They are to identify the strength and weakness of the curriculum or the program, then to provide suggestions on operations, policies, strategy or approach related to ongoing or prospective curriculum. Then to exhibit accountability of a curriculum to the decision makers. And then to recognize the factors which are crucial and hostile for the curriculum and to identify the reason. Then to verify curriculum quality and management, to recognize the successful strategies for extension, growth, replication and reproduction of the curriculum. Then to modify and rectify unproductive strategies. Then to give an opportunity to the stakeholders of the curriculum to provide their views on the input, process and output of the curriculum. Then to determine the effectiveness of a curriculum and also to project intervention. Then to suggest improvement techniques related to the future curriculum implementation. Now we will discuss the need for curriculum evaluation in distance education. The distance education system is different from conventional system. So structurally and functionally also it is different. So the need for curriculum evaluation is different in case of both conventional system as well as distance educational system. So distance education system is an innovative approach to education. It is necessary to ensure whether the aim and the objective of education in this system are truly achieved or not. Some of the needs for which evaluation is carried out in distance education institution are as follows. We will be discussing. Firstly, to judge the achievement of aims and objectives of a curriculum as a whole. Then to judge the effectiveness of the course materials. Then to find the inputs that is of a curriculum, the number of staff, money and time spent, number of learners enrolled, the number of content of face-to-face contact programs, time spent by the students, different types of multimedia employed, and so on. Then to record the perception of different stakeholders on the curriculum, that is learners, counselors, administrators, parents, etc. Then to explore and compare and find the most effective way among the different ways of providing the same services, and to find whether there is any accidental effect of a curriculum on the stakeholders. To get feedback on the progress of the curriculum towards achieving the aims and objectives. To judge the supports given to the learners of a curriculum at different stages. Then to find the factors those affect the outcome of the curriculum. Now we will be discussing the aspects of curriculum evaluation in distance education. You have already learned that curriculum evaluation is a systematic process of gathering, analyzing and utilizing information or data to answer essential queries about strategies, policies and courses of a curriculum. It is necessary to gather information regarding its marketability, utility, economic viability, adequacy and appropriateness of its syllabus, content and media support. So evaluation in open and distance learning is carried out to guide the administrators, policy makers, course writers and editors or media division, program coordinators to provide better learning environment and to satisfy the stakeholders. So let us now discuss the whole process of curriculum evaluation in distance education system elaborately. Generally, when an institution is launching a new program or a curriculum, it initiates some evaluation activities. These activities includes the need assessment of a program in a social context, that is whether the syllabus, contents and all other experiences of the curriculum are able to satisfy the needs of the society or attract sufficient number of students, then whether the curriculum is cost effective and so on. So based on the societal needs of cost effectiveness of a curriculum, the utility of the curriculum in a country is measured. There are three aspects of curriculum evaluation. They are evaluation of planning a curriculum, then evaluation of instructional materials, then evaluation of learner support services. Let us now discuss these aspects of curriculum evaluation in detail. First, we will be discussing evaluation of planning a curriculum. So, evaluation of planning a curriculum means evaluation of a curriculum in terms of its needs. Therefore, this consists of need assessment of the curriculum of a program. This also includes the assessment of the curriculum in terms of marketability, utility, economic feasibility, etc. A proper cost-benefit analysis is done before launching a program. Moreover, adequacy and appropriateness of the contents and media support of the various courses of the curriculum are also studied. Another important aspect of evaluation of planning a curriculum is identification of its target learners or prospective learners. Let us explain this aspect with an example. Suppose we want to conduct a cost-benefit analysis of a curriculum or a program, then we have to consider various criteria to find how much to spend on preparing the course content with the media support and like what might be the earnings from this particular course. Here we need to consider the various criteria like cost of different committee meetings, expert committee, board of studies, board of management, academic council and so on. Then orientation programs for course writers, honorarium for course writers and editors, like editors may be your content editors, language editors, format editors. Then cost of paper and printing, audio and video materials, support services, and so on. So these cost factors help in estimating the cost effectiveness of a curriculum in relation to the other curriculum. This kind of evaluation is very useful for the planning and decision making process of an education system. Now we will discuss evaluation of instructional materials. Instructional materials can be evaluated in the following two stages. One is your didactic stage and another one is your scientific stage. So what is didactic stage? Appropriateness of the materials for self-study, then difficulty level, then clarity and lack of ambiguity in text, graphical presentation, audio video aids, etc. And in a scientific stage, a balanced and logical representation of different scientific approaches, learning methods according to target learners, then upgrading of the material, integration of the relevant research studies, bibliography, etc. are there. However, it is necessary to consider both the stages while evaluating the materials to get optimum result. There are three approaches to evaluation of instructional materials. They are piloting, spatial evaluation, and routine evaluation. So now we will be discussing these three approaches. First we will be discussing piloting. In this approach, a trial of materials is done with the first batch of students. Then the pros and cons of that particular curriculum come out and accordingly modifications are done. Usually the management applies this approach without considering the cost factor. As far as educational ethics is concerned, it is not advisable to use this approach, as this approach uses the first batch of the student as guinea pigs. Moreover, this approach has some other drawbacks also, like immediate revision of the material after the first launch. It adversely affects the distribution and support services. Moreover, the cost of course design and pace of course production are adversely affected. Then we will go to the second approach, that is spatial evaluation. This sort of evaluation is conducted for some peculiar cases, like if the students' performance are very unusual or peculiar, if there is an adverse reaction by the students or counselors or academics to the materials, or if an external funding agency inquires for such evaluation. So this type of evaluation essentially has a purpose, and thus it is selective by nature. Then we will go to the third type of evaluation, that is routine evaluation. This approach is a part of management process. In this approach, the institution and the faculties are in regular contact with the students and course materials, and accordingly the institutions, the course writers or editors or academic counselors are getting regular and continuous feedback. To maintain the standard of the course material, sometimes supplementary materials are also provided to the learners without wasting the resources. Besides instructional materials, assignments and term and examination question papers are also evaluated in the routine evaluation approach. So dear learners, you have found here three different approaches of evaluation. However, in reality, no single approach can provide reliable and valid data for evaluation of instructional materials. A combination or a holistic approach may be a better one. Eventually, it is dependent on the circumstances, the constraints, the context, etc. of the material evaluator team. So now we will go to the classification of study materials and their evaluation. In distance education, we may classify study materials into three different categories. So they are your print materials, electronic materials, and television based materials. So here we are presenting a very brief discussion on the evaluation of each of these materials. First we will go to the print materials. These are the most popular technology used in distance education system. as they are the cheapest and a wide range of learners, especially the learners from remote areas, can get these materials. Text, graphics, and pictures with psychological inputs are the main components of print materials. Many research studies have been conducted to find the most appropriate presentation of print materials for distance learners. Opinions are solicited from theoreticians, practitioners, psychologists, distance educators, distance learners, and other users to make the material effective from the pedagogical and andragogical point of view. Questionnaire, attitude scale, rating scale, checklist, interview schedule, test, etc. are some popular evaluating tools which are used to gather opinion or data from the stakeholders. There are also different designs for evaluating the print materials. Now we will go to the electronic materials. Radio, broadcast, audio tapes, computer-based text, e-contents are some of the examples of electronic materials. Some instructional objectives, especially those that are based on skills like attitudes, cannot be achieved through print materials alone. For example, language teaching, especially phonetics, teaching needs some audio lessons along with the print materials. Criteria for evaluating audio tapes are simplicity, easy to use, can be played, paused, stopped for a while and then replayed, etc. Then flexibility, it can be added or complemented to other media. Then user friendly, learners can use them whenever they need and they should be easy to handle. Then humanizing tutor, they should be such as to help foster tutor-students relationship beside giving proper guidance to the students. Then stimulating and motivating learners by using sense organs, ear, voice modulation, variation in phase, etc. Then time, they should not be too short or too long according to the requirements of the target learners. Then we will go to the television based materials. Telecast, cable, satellite, videotape, video disc, etc. are some means through which various television based materials are used in distance education system. Through telecast programs, mass learners can be reached. Moreover, the combination of videotape, satellite, microwave, digital and cable technologies provide learning to specialized groups of learners. It allows two-way communication. It is more interactive. Criteria for evaluating television-based materials are delivery mechanism, quality of audio and video materials, then efficiency of operation, then access and user friendliness, correctness, documentation and depth of the content, then reliability and validity of the material and lifespan of the material. Now let us discuss the evaluation of learner support services. So learner support services play a vital role in providing support to its learners. Learner support services is essential for making the two-way communication possible. It is an important subsystem of open and distance learning system. The purpose of learner support services is to provide a warm, supportive atmosphere for the learners in achieving the instructional objectives. The planning, design, development, and providing support services to learners in open and distance learning system have a lot to do with the implementation. They are highly dependent on the other aspects of the system like suitable and adequate physical facilities like building, library, computer facilities, laboratories, suitable and adequate human resources, that is fully qualified faculties, administrator and supporting staff. Then programs offered by the institutions, the enrollment trend, then allocation of fund in the budget of the institution. The evaluation of learner support services will help to meet the need of the learners. Generally, we seek answers to the following questions while evaluating the learner support services. So, are these services able to satisfy the learner's inquiry promptly, adequately, and effectively? Do these services provide guidance at the 3 stages like pre, during, and post courses to the learners, and are they adequate and effective? Then does the program arrange adequate and effective counseling sessions? Then do the learners receive assignment responses back with tutor comments? And then does the website of the institution consist of necessary information regarding the program? Then are the staff associated with these services are dedicated towards their duty? Then are these services easily accessible? How do the students rate the support services? Then do these support services help the learners in getting good marks in the examination? Or are these services able to decrease the dropout rates? So the answers to these questions may provide insight to the evaluation of the student support services. It is conducted to improve the quality of the support services. Moreover, based on the evaluation result or outcome, the management and the academicians can take decision about the expansion or reduction of services. This evaluation includes evaluation of the tutor, then face-to-face sessions or counseling session, then continuous assessment, then support system in general, etc. Now, let us discuss these terms in detail. So, first we will go to the tutor evaluation. This includes evaluation of the nature of communication or interaction between the tutor and the learners through various media like letters, email, phone calls, SMS, WhatsApp, face-to-face situation, then quality of their comments on assignment responses, then the reliability and validity of the objectivity of the assessment of assignment responses, etc. Next is evaluation of face-to-face counseling sessions. Distance learners frequently need to advise and support regarding the selection of a course, organizing his/her time, then clarification of various doubts that come up during study, guidance as to what to do after the completion of the specific curriculum, etc. This evaluation includes the evaluation of academic counselors, punctuality, regularity, nature of rapport maintained with the learners, then tutors' motivation and learners' satisfaction. Next, we will discuss the continuous assessment. This includes the evaluation of reliability, validity, and objectivity of the assessment of assignment responses, etc. This covers the process of setting up of assignment questions to the evaluation of assignment responses with specific comments, corrections, overall comments, and final grade, and the correlation of assignment questions with the questions set in the end of the term examinations. Next, we will discuss the support system in general. This includes evaluating the quality and the quantity of the support available to learners in relation to the program at various study centers. This sort of evaluation helps in recruiting academic counselors, providing necessary infrastructure, rearranging support with respect to the local and socio-geographical constraints, and so on. So, we have almost come to the end of this module. Overall, in this module, the common need for curriculum evaluation is discussed, including aspects such as identifying the strengths and weaknesses, providing suggestions for ongoing or prospective curriculum, then ensuring accountability, recognizing crucial factors, and determining effectiveness. Then the focus then shift to the specific need for curriculum evaluation in distance education. This form of education is described as structurally and functionally different from the conventional system, and it requires unique evaluation criteria. The aspects of curriculum evaluation in distance education are outlined, including the evaluation of planning curriculum, instructional material, then learner support services. The evaluation of planning involves assessing the curriculum's needs, marketability, utility, and economic feasibility. Instructional materials are evaluated in terms of its appropriateness, clarity, and effectiveness through approaches like piloting, spatial evaluation, and routine evaluation. The classification and evaluation of the study materials in terms of both print, electronic, and television material are briefly discussed. Then finally, the module delves into the evaluation of learner support services, emphasizing their importance in creating a supportive learning environment in open and distance learning system. Key questions are posed to assess the effectiveness of the support services, covering areas like satisfaction, counseling, and academic guidance. So see you again in the next module. Till then, bye.